Good morning. How y'all doing? Tracy's Kitchen Appalachian Adventures. I read an obituary about an illegal. He was 75 years old. The obituary said he came from such and such a state in Oaxaca. I don't know, in Mexico. Okay. But anyway, he came from a big family, 11 plus children. He had 11 children. 3 children died. 8 are still living. And his wife died, and he was 75 years old. Now, the obituary made no apologies for him being from another state. I mean, from Mexico. He was not a legal resident here. The obituary never said that he was a legal resident here, so he was illegal. Okay? So, an illegal, as far as the United States government is concerned, does not exist. They have no marriage, no birth certificate, no marriage certificate, no record of unemployment, and probably no death certificate. They have no documentation. The United States doesn't know anything about him being born and died. I'm not even sure he has a birth certificate. Okay? I mean, a death certificate. I'm not even sure because, look, the United States cannot say he died because he was not born in the United States. The United States cannot say he was ever married because there's no documentation of that. Okay, so as far as the United States is concerned, he does not exist. But, evidently over the years, he's made money over the years, non-tax. Well, since legally he doesn't exist, there's no documentation of any earnings that he's had. The truth is that all the 8 children he probably raised on welfare and food stamps. The government probably paid for his housing, welfare, and food stamps. Because they give welfare to illegals. Okay, that's just the truth. That's why I don't understand. Donald Trump has this two-sided issue. He says get all the illegal immigrants out of the country, and yet he cotton picking gives them welfare. And once he gives them welfare, he gives them a housing voucher, he gives them food stamps, and he gives them a check every month. So if this illegal person who is 75, let's say he's been in the United States 30 plus years, probably even 40 years. I think more like 50 years to tell the truth. I read the obituary, it's probably more like 50 years. Okay. The United States has raised his children on, food stamps, a welfare check, and everything. He lives in a small town where nobody really cares about each other. They don't care about these immigrants in the small town where the obituary came from. So he pretty much got over on the United States government for 50 years. Let's just say he's been here 50 years. If he's 75 years old, he is defrauded the government of welfare. The government's taking care of him from cradle to grave for 50 years. The government's giving him welfare, food stamps, paid for his rent and everything. So, this has happened over 50 years. So he has actually defrauded the government for 50 years. Okay? The United States government has taken care of his butt for 50 years. The government gave him welfare, the government gave him food stamps, the government gave him a housing voucher. Probably a nice house. Okay? Over a 50-year period. His earnings were not documented. Okay? So this whole cheating thing, 50-year cheating thing, and either I don't know if the government knows about it or not. But see, the government is still being defrauded. The government is still being cheated, and the government knows it. But that's actually a typical obituary, I would think. Y'all have a nice day.